The air was thick with expectation as the Curse of Oak Island team set off on their current mission with the Oak Island archaeologists to determine the origin and importance of their newly discovered treasures. Moments before they were forced to halt their search operations owing to the impending arrival of winter, Rick, Marty, and metal detection expert Gary Drayton detected non-ferrous or precious metal targets deep below the bottom of the garden shaft. Once new licenses had been obtained, Doomies returned to deepen the hole by 20 feet, with the possibility of constructing lateral tunnels depending on what was discovered below. Over the last 2 years, geoscientists Dr. Ian Spooner and his colleagues, including hydrogeologist Dr. Fred Michael, have been analyzing water samples from numerous boreholes that Rick, Marty, Craig, and their incredible team have dug. These tests have revealed evidence of gold, silver, and other metals between depths of 80 and 120 feet. The body blob, which is located several feet west of the garden shaft, has also been of great interest. The team has discovered a suspected tunnel at a depth of 95 feet that appears to run almost precisely beneath the garden shaft. While waiting for Doomies to return to deepen the garden shaft, the team continued with their strategic core drilling program throughout the surrounding area. Rick, Marty, and the team will soon know exactly where tunnels may be extended from the bottom of the garden hole, allowing them to solve the Oak Island mystery. Although the quest for the famous treasure vault continues in the Money Pit area, archaeologist L. Nebben and his colleagues have been investigating other sections of the island. Lot 26 was one of them. The crew explored a stone wall that could be more than 5 centuries old and features a Portuguese design. Meanwhile, Jack Begley made an unusual non-ferrous target discovery during the quest for the Roman coin with Rick. But what did they find this time? A lead barter token, which was probably used as currency several centuries ago. It wasn't made of gold or silver, but let's stress one more thing: lead objects discovered on Oak Island have occasionally turned out to be the most important hints for solving the puzzle. Emma Nolan, a renowned metallurgist, examined the token and came to some very interesting conclusions about its potential origins. The Lot 5 token was a perfect compositional match to the lead cross from the 14th century, indicating that both came from southern France, where the Knights Templar were still dominant until the early 13th century. It's interesting to note that the lead in the disc and the lead in the lead cross seem to match almost exactly. The finding of the cross is another extremely important item that may link the Templars to this area. After that, everything else may fall into place. Rick, Marty, and Craig teamed up with metal detector expert Gary Drayton on Lot 5, near the center of Oak Island, to look for fresh clues near the place where 4 ancient coins were previously discovered. Rick and his team had only recently arrived at Lot 5, but they had already made a number of spectacular discoveries, including tools and a musket ball that may predate the 16th century. Drayton received permission from archaeologist Elenian to dig up a number of metal targets that he had previously identified. Another possible historic tool was discovered. Could it be additional proof suggesting that people were operating on Lot 5 before the discovery of the Money Pit? If that was the case, who were they? And what were they doing in the middle of Oak Island? Archaeologists Elenian and Helen Sheldon, together with Craig Tester, joined Rick, Marty, and Gary Drayton on Lot 5, located on the western side of Oak Island, to inspect a number of potentially significant discoveries. However, they contacted Sandy Campbell, a numismatic specialist, to analyze the coins that had been discovered. Rick, Marty, and Craig Tester accompanied Campbell to the Interpretive Center to speak with Gary Drayton and Elenian. Using his 40 years of experience, Sandy examined the rare and antiquated coins. The crew hoped he could figure out where the 4 mystery coins recovered on Lot 5 earlier in November 2023 had originated from. The second coin found on Lot 5 has been proven to be more than 1,000 years old and of Roman origin. The question now is, when were they taken to Oak Island, and who brought them there? Sandy was given the third coin for identification. The fifth coin was subsequently identified as having an unmistakable Roman design, confirming it was indeed a Roman coin. It depicts a masculine portrait with a pointed chin and a larger nose, while on the reverse, it shows 2 conjoined figures. This is the oldest coin ever discovered on Oak Island. It most likely dates back to BC, making it over 2,000 years old. Meanwhile, the puzzle continues to expand. 3 Roman coins have now been discovered on Oak Island. If there is an ancient treasure, it may contain old items, including a collection of Roman coins. In 2016, Zena Hallam shared with the team a 14th century map of Oak Island that she claimed was drawn by Knights Templar members. She also provided a second alleged Templar map of Nova Scotia dating back to the 12th century. Since then, Rick, Marty, and other team members have visited multiple sites in Europe that served as strongholds for the Knights Templar between the 12th and 16th centuries, notably in England and Italy, both of which were originally part of the Roman Empire. In each of these locations, they found sculptures and structures comparable to those discovered on Oak Island. Could Rick Lagina's theory be true? Could the ancient Roman coins discovered on Lot 5 and the mysterious structures uncovered across the island suggest that Zina Hallam has pinpointed the true source of the Oak Island mystery? Currently, the team is on the verge of a major discovery. Equipped with tenacity and cutting-edge technology, they are using lateral tunnels to reach the island's enigmatic depths. A strange circular depression forms as the team drills carefully in the garden hole, heightening the sense of excitement and expectation. A ceramic fragment with an iron clasp emerges from the dig, a tangible link to the island's hidden past. The inscription on the artifact hints at the existence of Sir William, a prominent pirate said to have hidden his treasures on the island. Driven by their need for answers, the crew attempts to penetrate the labyrinth of underground tunnels in search of buried artifacts. However, the island's mysteries remain largely unsolved. The team's findings are intermittent, hinting at a tangled historical tapestry. The secrets of Oak Island, linked through red pottery, the enigmatic money pit, Sir William's silver-laden history, and Roman artifacts, remain enigmatic. As the team continues to explore history, technology, and worldwide connections, the island's mysteries are becoming clearer, revealing a story rich in treasures and narratives hidden beneath its cryptic surface. Craig Tester, the star of the popular TV show The Curse of Oak Island, remains at the forefront of this thrilling and relentless pursuit. Recently revealed that the Oak Island treasure is a fake, his statement could potentially shake up the show's reputation and the success of its adventures. Tester's skills and hard work are crucial in the team's quest to find one of the world's most hidden treasures. However, his experiences may change whether he continues to help the team and affect their success. As the team nears the treasure, a figure from Craig's past threatens to reveal damaging secrets, putting the entire expedition at risk. The team's adventurous trips to Oak Island, where they uncover clues left behind by past visitors like the Knights Templar and pirates like Captain Kidd, have led to speculation about legends like Edward Teach, known as Blackbeard, making the treasure story even more mysterious. Recent statements might change how we see Oak Island's mystery in the show itself, making fans and other treasure hunters question the real value of the treasure and the stories surrounding it. The latest news might not only change the hunt but also the way people see Oak Island's story for many years to come. The mystery around Oak Island doesn't make it any easier for those trying to find it. There are very few clues, but they are just enough to keep people hopeful and excited for any new piece of information they can find. The curse claims that the treasure will never be discovered. Craig Tester joined the team with his background in engineering, providing essential technical advice and storytelling skills. He also stepped into the role of producer, allowing him to use both his tech skills and love for the show's story. His technical expertise proved valuable during the show as he guided the team through many digging projects and helped them uncover hidden secrets about the island. In conclusion, Craig Tester's recent statements about the Oak Island treasure and the show's legends may change the way people view the treasure and its mysteries. The team of treasure hunters on the island of Oak Island, led by a man named Drake, has been a constant source of excitement and curiosity. However, during the 5th season of the show, a surprising theory about the hidden treasure surfaced, adding a new layer to their search. We are seeing some quantities of gold. This theory suggested they might be close to finding an original script written on parchment, something that would be incredibly valuable. The discovery of the items buried in the ground led some team members to think of the Shakespeare theory, which suggests they might be close to finding an original priceless copy of Shakespeare's plays buried there. Finding them could not only prove Shakespeare's authorship but also support the theory that Francis Bacon might have written these famous works instead. The idea that Shakespeare's unpublished scripts might be among Oak Island's treasures also makes sense when considering that the first editions of his plays were rumored to have been printed there. This information made the treasure hunters rethink their search strategy and raised questions about the connection between the remote island and one of the most famous writers in history. However, finding original editions of Shakespeare's works is already an almost impossible task, so linking them to Oak Island seems hard for some people to believe. The theory adds cultural and academic value to the treasure hunters' work and helps reduce some criticism aimed at them. The team's research was further complicated by the discovery of a tragic event that felt like a scene from one of Shakespeare's own plays. Some even whispered that it might be the rumored curse that claimed 7 lives had to be lost before the treasure could be found. The Tester family was heartbroken by this loss, and everyone in the Curse of Oak Island team came together to support Craig during this difficult time. As the team continued to search for clues and answers, a personal loss struck as they discovered more about the island's secrets. A father's grief surrounded the team, and they all came together to support him during this difficult time. Despite the sadness and the loss of a father, the team remained committed to the search for the treasure on Oak Island. The Lagina brothers and the rest of the team stayed with him, helping him through this painful period. The Oak Island team, known for their treasure hunts, shared a strong bond with each other and a deep sense of empathy and compassion. However, the loss of Drake, a son, brought the team closer, revealing a shared sense of empathy and compassion. Fans also got to know his wife Rebecca and their family, including his stepson Jack Begley. This connection was noticed even before Drake's passing. Craig Tester made the decision to sell his house, worth nearly $4 million, as part of his way of coping with the loss of his son. Selling the house might be a step toward healing and finding peace during these difficult times. However, it also meant letting go of a place filled with memories. Craig decided to move back to Michigan, where he felt more connected to his roots and family. Being around family made a huge difference during this tough time. They understood his pain without him needing to explain it, providing a special kind of comfort that comes from being with people who have seen him at his lowest and still stand by him. Michigan was more than just a state, it was where he could be himself without having to pretend he was okay. Being with family helped Craig cope, but it didn't make the pain go away. Grief has its own way of lingering, but knowing that he didn't have to face it alone helped him keep going. Sometimes it's not about finding the answers but just being with others who are asking the same questions. Throughout all of this, Craig's teammates were there for him too. They became like a second family, standing by him when his son passed away, offering support in ways that went beyond words. Their friendship and support were a steady presence when everything else felt uncertain. Even though he was thinking about moving, Craig knew his bond with his team would stay strong. Craig's return to Michigan offered him the opportunity to concentrate on writing a new chapter in his life and in the lives of his family. Despite the relocation not being without its difficulties, his engineering expertise had allowed the team to answer riddles surrounding the island, resulting in a devoted audience. Rick and Marty Lagina, known as the Lagina brothers, are natural leaders who encourage the team to continue their investigation into the mysteries surrounding the island. Important members such as Dan and Dave Blankenship were also involved in some of the initial searches. Even though Craig is absent, his knowledge is still felt as the team continues their work. As Craig makes his way back to Michigan, he is looking for fresh starts while simultaneously reflecting on the past. The television show The Curse of Oak Island continues to investigate the mysteries of the island, relying on Craig's past experience even in his absence. As a conclusion, Craig's return to Michigan demonstrates the power that family and friends have in helping individuals navigate difficulties and discover hope despite negative circumstances. Might there be a chance to discover the treasure once and for all? There are clues that strongly suggest this area holds significant interest. Rick Lagina has finally found a breakthrough on the mysteries of Oak Island. They just found something so bizarre that proves gold is here on this island. Did they find a hidden chest with a map to the actual treasure? Craig Tester, Steve Guptill, and Alex Lagina, along with the crew, begin a large-scale excavation hoping to uncover the second shaft over 100 feet deep, built in the early 18th century. They believe it is only a few feet southeast of the original money pit. Their goal is to obtain some pieces of the shaft and conduct dendrochronology to determine the year the wood was formed on a tree. If they can confirm a date around 1805, they may locate the original money pit and the source of the precious metals detected in the area. As their excavation continues, they discover another Roman coin, which the team links to Viking descendants. This finding fuels discussions about the possibility of Vikings or the Knights Templar bringing treasure to Oak Island centuries ago. This discovery excites the Lagina brothers, who decide to launch an expedition to the Viking settlement in Newfoundland. They hope that new insight will help them uncover Oak Island's long-hidden secrets and treasures.